Alongside AI, one of the technology topics we're seeing gain particular traction with is with product information management. And I know that historically, distributors and manufacturers haven't been great at sharing product information, mostly out of a sense of competitiveness. They just don't want to share too much out there. But we've also seen plenty of examples where both sides really benefit from that data sharing. And that really seems to be at the heart of what the Bearing Specialists Association and PTDA are doing with the PIE technology platform, with PIE representing Product Information Exchange. Bill, I know you were involved on the development of that platform. So can you give a synopsis of what PIE is and how it works?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. So I'll go back in time a little bit to 2013 when I was working with Rex Davis, who at the time I think was with IBT within the BSA Association, and there was a hub task force developed. And at the time we knew there was demand for this need to have a way to collect information from manufacturers to be able to share on distributors' websites. Again, that's early on. So we did some research back then. We looked at IDEA, which is more of an electrical distributor manufacturer platform. It really was not a good fit for us. We then looked at GDSN and GS1, which are more global data synchronization networks for more global retail environments. Again, it didn't get into the weeds enough for our product attributes. So we searched and ultimately we found Blue Meteor, which is a company that provided really a great PIM platform that allowed us to create templates by what we wanted to cover. Again, we have many out there today. It allows the manufacturer to take their PIM data, map it to the Blue Meteor website, which is now called PIE, one time, and allow that to then be distributed to their authorized channel partners like BDI or whoever. And then you can then pull down the data and load your PIM to then serve your e-commerce and ERP platforms.
And then, Brian, since your career has spanned roles at both distributors and manufacturers, I'm curious to get your perspective on that product information exchange between both sides. Can you share to what extent either Fannenberg, Regal Power, NSK, or any of those other suppliers from earlier in your career, can you share how they might have shared product information with their suppliers or distributors? And have you seen momentum move more towards that more open sharing between both sides?
Well, initially, Mike, it was me supplying product information to my distributors using simple spreadsheets. I mean, that's how basic it was. I was one of the first guys to have I wouldn't call it a laptop, I'd call it a portable computer with 2 floppy disks. But I would go through the data, sales data, and report it back to them and have discussions about perhaps what they should be ordering. And then things kept getting more sophisticated, and I started to get some support from our IT group in running reports when we had more sophisticated enterprise systems. And but to me, you say, what's the momentum, what's the impetus? And Bill knows this as well. It's like, if you want to do business with me, you better be on the PIM. Your data better be in Pi, or you're not doing business with me, because we're just too reliant on that data.
That makes sense. And yeah, it's interesting to see how fast it's gotten to that point where distributors, manufacturers are now locked into what the gains that they're seeing from that product information, those platforms, with PIE being a great source for that.
Yeah.
And Bill, I know that PTDA and BSA continue to grow the number of product categories on the PIE platform, the details of which can be found at pietechnologyplatform.org. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the total number of categories on the platform as of this recording is now at 32, which includes 8 PT/MC categories, with 3 in development. And I think those in development are adjustable and variable speed drives, enclosed gearing, and open gearing. Can I assume that the broader plan is to keep expanding those counts?
Mike, yes, that's a definite yes. As we get more manufacturers on the PIE system and platform, that'll drive more distributors participate. And it's kind of a flywheel effect that the more we get on both sides, the more robust it will be over time, and the more value will be on both sides for both manufacturers and distributors.